Hey guys, it's Steph. Well, fantastic news is that I finally passed my 165 mark that I was totally stuck at. I'm now at 161.2, which, by the way, if you have been following me, you will know that 150 was my goal, like my main goal, because it would be my 100-pound mark loss. I can't even process that I would have lost 100 pounds. It's crazy. It's awesome. Yay. Anyways, I'm tickled because I'm like, oh my gosh, I've lost 100 pounds. I don't know. I have to tell myself, you've lost 100 pounds. I have to convince myself, not even tell myself, I have to convince myself that I've lost that weight. Because, yeah, okay, let me reference something that Britt, I think her name is Brittany, Britt with 2 T's is her name on here. What she had talked about one time, just recently actually. She was talking about, it's kind of a mental state on your body image. You go out, and she said that she would go out with her mom to lunch or something, and they'd be sitting down and she'd see a girl and she'd say, Mom, do I look like that girl? Am I like her size? Or do I look like that person? Am I that person's size? And her mom was like, no, you're a lot thinner. I totally understand, and I completely agree that I have the exact same problem. So Brit with 2 T's, you're not alone. In fact, I told her in a comment that I personally go into clothing stores that are non-plus size, and I am scared to death to walk through that door because I'm afraid they're going to look at me like, what is she doing in here? She doesn't belong in here. Nothing in here is her size. But I know that when I go and try it on and it's too large and I'm like a size lower than their largest, I'm like, wow, this is crazy, and even my larges are getting big. Who would have thought that? I wear my jeans loose, I think. Right after they come out of the dryer, they're tight. And it's cool, but then I'm like, oh God, I can't breathe. So I'm like, trying to deal with it. And by the end of the day, they're falling off of me. So I think I'm wearing them too loose. Right now I'm wearing a 12-14, and I think I should actually be lower than that, but it is what it is. I'm not going to complain. I'm happy with that. What else? Oh, I checked my blood sugar levels because I was thinking that I was hypoglycemic because I was getting really bad shakes and stuff, and I didn't know what was going on. I'd start shaking real bad. I think I talked about this in one video. My mom had the same problem, so she's like, well, maybe we're both hypoglycemic or something. So we checked our blood sugar levels. I personally don't know what is normal, but mine was 73, which it didn't say low on the actual monitor thing. It just said 73. So I think it would say high or low if it was one or the other. The other thing I was talking about in my last video, bruises. This, just from sitting my arm on my desk, at work, just sitting my arm there, I got that bruise. It's been there forever. And it was going away. Now it's back again because, of course, I went back to work after the weekend, and it's back. So, don't know. I'm thinking maybe I'm anemic now, or I'm not getting enough iron, which doesn't make sense because I take my iron daily. No problems. In fact, I started taking taking double the dose just because, but then I kind of get a little scared, I don't want to have bathroom issues. You guys know what I'm talking about. So instead I take 2 one day, I'll take 1 the next, 2 one day, 1 the next, I'll just alternate. I am getting all my vitamins in. The only thing that I have been slacking on a little is my calcium, only due to the fact that I do not want kidney stones. No. So I'm going to start taking that again just because I don't want brittle bones either. What else do we want to talk about? Oh, this is what I've noticed. When I'm driving in my car, I happen to notice it. I'm driving, my hand's on the steering wheel, and I'm like, oh, I have a bone here, an actual wrist bone that I can see. As you know, we notice, one of the things we start noticing are these collarbones. I noticed that my ankles are thinner, my legs are smaller, I can cross my legs, I can sit. Okay, this is what's like funny, is like I'm so comfortable sitting in a chair Indian style, you guys, but I could not do it for the longest time. Now, no problem, no problem. So I'm excited about that. Yay. I get all these ideas that I want to talk about before I come on here, and like when I'm driving in my car or something, but I have no access to my camera, so I'm like, oh, I'll remember. Completely slips my mind. I don't remember anything I was even gonna say. So I guess I'll sum it up for here, for now. Sum it up here for now. I think that's what I was trying to say. I do need to do a body shot, but I'm wearing like yucky clothes, like cleaning clothes, like just lounging stuff, and I don't want to show you guys that on like, you know, 6 months later or whatever. I don't know. Sorry guys. So I will show you guys another time. Oh, I remember what I was going to tell you. I think we all do this. We're like, oh, it's going to end, and I think it's funny because I'll click the thing and people say, I'm going to end it now, and I'll click on my phone like when I'm watching it, and it'll be like another 4 minutes that go on. I just think that we all do that. We forget, and then right when we're hanging this up, gonna end it, we remember something. That's what happens to me, at least. Anyway, before I forget what I was going to remember, what I remembered, I don't even know. I'm not making any sense. I'm rambling, and I probably sound like a freak right now, but I don't care. I was at the grocery store today, and for the first time since my surgery in November of 2009, somebody actually thought that I would judge them for being big because they obviously did not think I was big. Weird. I was like, okay, I was in the grocery store by myself, and I see this dude. He's a bigger guy, but I mean, I didn't think, oh God, I can't get around him, you know, because he's big. No, it was his basket was in the way. So I'm like, okay, well, either I cruise between his basket and a big old thing stacked with like wine, or wine bottles with wine in them, or I go around. So I was like, oh, I'll just go around, and he was talking to some other dude. So I'm like, all right, I go around, you know, with my cart, and he's like, what? I'm too big to go around me, or what? It is. It's my belly, isn't it? I'm too fat. And I just kind of looked at him, and I was like, no. And he said, yeah, it's because I'm too big. And I said, no, I used to be big too. I was 250 pounds before I had gastric bypass. And you know, it comes out of my mouth, like I don't even think, oh, people have such, you know, different judgmental ways about gastric bypass. Personally, I'm happy to have had it. I am not at all embarrassed to say that I've had gastric bypass. In fact, I wrote a book about it because I really want to get it published. If you guys want, I'm selling it because I'm trying to make some money for my honeymoon. And actually, I listed on Facebook that I was selling it for like $7.95, but I think I'm actually going to drop it to like $5.95. And I'll just do it through PayPal so that it's easy and simple for everyone. But if you guys are interested in buying my book, it's basically everything about gastric bypass that I went through from start one to finish, and now. Oh goodness, my phone's ringing. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to cut this short, but I'm not embarrassed about gastric bypass, and I hope that you guys aren't either. And I hope everybody's doing great. I love all my new subscribers. Thank you guys. I love everybody in general, all my friends. You guys are amazing. Like I said before, I couldn't do this without your support. Thank you all so much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.